U.S. employers seemed to slow the pace of job cuts last week. According to the Labor Department, new claims for unemployment fell more than expected from a 16-year high. In an ominous sign for the upcoming holiday shopping season, consumer spending saw its biggest decline in about 7 years last month. Meanwhile, personal income rose 0.3%. So many people who have jobs, at least, are making a little more money but still cutting back on their spending. And new home sales saw yet another monthly decline in October, this time falling more than 5% to the lowest point in about 2 decades. Prices fell about 7% over the past year. So that's it from CNBC, first in business worldwide. Now,
and we're following breaking news right now on MSNBC. India's financial capital of Mumbai has been hit with multiple attacks at this hour. U.S. State Department officials are trying to account for Americans staying in Mumbai, India. The Associated Press also now reporting at least 78 people were killed and hundreds more injured in what was a collaborated terrorist attack today. Also, the Associated Press is now reporting that the gunmen were holding hostages in 2 hotels and separating the American and British citizens. Mumbai has been the target of a few terror attacks since 1993. Also hearing that the State Department is strongly condemning this attack. We'll continue to update you on this breaking story throughout this hour. And back to politics. As we head into the holiday season, President-elect Barack Obama wants the American people to know that he is working on a clear plan to help fix the ailing economy. Holding his 3rd press conference in 3 days, the President-elect announced that former Federal Reserve Chairman Paul Volcker will head a new White House advisory board focused on creating jobs and bringing stability to the markets.
People should understand that help is on the way. And as they think about this Thanksgiving shopping weekend, and as they think about the Christmas season is coming up, I hope that everybody understands that that we are going to be able to get through these difficult times, but we're just going to have to make some good choices.
Joining us now is New Jersey Senator Robert Menendez, a member of the Banking Committee. Senator, good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good to be with you, Nora.
You heard the President-elect say help is on the way, and yet he's not even president yet. How is it, do you think, given that he's done these 3 days of press conferences where he's talked about as an economic team, that he's providing help?
Well, I think he's sending a sense of confidence that even in challenging times, he's ready to hit the ground running. I know that he's had conversations with the leadership of the Congress and the House and the Senate and said that he wants legislation to be ready to move so that when he takes office, particularly on the economic matters, that legislation can be ready for his signature soon thereafter. And so I think he's doing everything one can possibly do in a transition period to not only show confidence, but to have a plan and to be ready to enact it as soon as possible. I think that's those are all good signs.
Let me ask you about the latest plan that was announced yesterday by the Treasury Secretary that would include about $800 additional billion in different sort of ways to help with another bailout of this economy. We now have estimates that we're only way up to like $7.5 trillion in commitments. Where is this money coming from?
Well, it's largely coming from the large abilities of the Federal Reserve at the end of the day to, not only become the lender of last resort, but it seems increasingly the spender of last resort. And of course, this is one of our concerns. We have a challenge right now. The question is doing everything to unlock the credit freeze, particularly at the consumer level, in terms of mortgage opportunities. At the same time, realizing that there will be checks and balances necessary in the future as we go from deflation, which is what we have right now, to the possibilities of inflation. But right now, getting this economy moving is very necessary. I hope that Chairman DOW, the chairman of the Senate Banking Committee, will bring in the Federal Reserve chairman and others to get a sense of where we're headed here, and also not just in terms of the overall scope of the program, but what guarantees we're getting here along the way. Some of us have questions about what conditions or lack thereof are being placed on these monies.
Sure, Congress has got to exercise its oversight role there and help explain all of that. Want to play for you a clip of President-elect Obama with Barbara Walters on bank executives and their holiday bonuses. Take a listen.
Should bank executives, it's almost Christmas time, forego their bonuses?
I think they should. That's an example of taking responsibility. I think that if you are already worth tens of millions of dollars and you are having to lay off workers, the least you can do is say, I'm willing to make some sacrifice as well, because I recognize that there are people who are a lot less well off who are going through some pretty tough times.
You know, what Barack Obama just said is probably very popular on Main Street. I'm sure it's not very popular on Wall Street. Do you think that's going to happen, that we'll hear some of these executives say that they are going to forgo bonuses?
Well, I hope they do. It's part of leadership. You know, you enjoy the good times, you receive the benefits of it. You see some difficult, rocky roads. You show leadership by, in fact, acting in a way that is responsible and shows the rest of your structure that you're in it with them. And so I hope that they exert that leadership. I'm finally glad to see that AIG took some positive steps yesterday in terms of limiting their CEO's salary to $1 a year for the next 2 years, limiting a whole new sector of their corporate structure in terms of bonuses and future increases. These are tough times. Families are pulling their belt really tight, and there's no reason that CEOs shouldn't consider it as well.
Senator Bob Menendez, a Democrat of New Jersey, you're great to join us, and congratulations on your new appointment to head up the Senate committee.
Thank you, Nora, and have a good Thanksgiving to you and your viewers.
Thanks.